Imagine this. It's the middle of August. You're sipping your morning coffee, scrolling through your bank account, and suddenly there it is. A deposit so large it makes you blink twice. Over $5,000. That's not a typo. Some retirees are seeing numbers like $5,108 land in their accounts this month, while others, maybe even you, aren't seeing a single extra cent. Why? The truth isn't just buried in fine print. It's locked behind rules and calculations that most Americans have never even heard of. And once you understand them, you might see your own Social Security check in a completely different light. Wisdom beyond 60, dear everyone. This isn't about lottery wins, secret bonuses, or lucky breaks. The Social Security Administration doesn't just hand out thank you checks to a random few. Every penny in that $5,108 has been earned through a lifetime of work, timing, and strategic moves that started decades ago. So why is August suddenly stirring up so much curiosity and, frankly, envy? For starters, this year's cost of living adjustment quietly nudged up benefits across the board. If you were already near the top in 2024, that small percentage boost could have pushed you past the $5,100 line for the first time in 2025. But that's only part of the story. Mid-year is when many retirees finally start comparing numbers with friends and neighbors. Maybe you never thought to check until someone casually mentions their check is hundreds, even thousands more than yours. That's when the questions start and the rumors spread. Some swear there's an extra payment floating around. There isn't. Others think it's a glitch. Nope, it's the system working exactly as designed. And that's where the mystery deepens. Because if you're not one of the few who hit that max figure, it's not because of bad luck. It's because of very specific criteria that you either met or you didn't. Criteria that go all the way back through your working life. It's not just about what you earned, but when you claimed your benefits, how many years you hit the top taxable income, and whether you managed to avoid certain deductions that quietly chip away at your total. Most people never come close. In fact, less than 2% of retirees ever will. So the real question is, which side of that line are you on? Are you among the tiny group quietly smiling at their statement this month? Or are you wondering why yours looks so different? In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly what's happening this August, who qualifies for the highest possible Social Security payout, and what it really takes to get there. And trust me, you might be shocked by how much of it is within your control and how much is already decided by choices you made years ago. Before we dive deep, hit that subscribe button right now. It's the best way to make sure you don't miss these updates at all, and it gives us the motivation to keep bringing you the kind of insights that could put more money in your pocket, or at the very least, help you protect what you've earned. Now here's something for you to think about, and I want you to drop your answer in the comments. Which do you believe has a bigger impact on the size of your Social Security check? A, the total amount you earned over your lifetime. B, the age you choose to start claiming your benefits. Type A or B in the comments, and let's see what most people think. Your answer might surprise you. If you've ever wondered what it really takes to reach the very top of the Social Security ladder, here's the truth. It's not luck, it's not a secret loophole, and it's not something you can stumble into by accident. The people cashing those maximum checks this month followed a path that was both deliberate and demanding. One that started years, even decades, before they ever thought about retiring. And while most retirees will never see that number, understanding how it's achieved can change the way you think about your own benefits from this day forward. The first and perhaps most powerful factor is timing. Social Security rewards patience. If you wait until age 70 to claim your benefits, well past your full retirement age, which for most people today is between 66 and 67, you earn what's called delayed retirement credits. These credits add roughly 8% to your benefit for every year you wait beyond that full retirement age, up until you turn 70. That's not just a temporary bump. It's permanent, month after month, year after year, for the rest of your life. It's also worth noting that beyond 70, the clock stops. There's no reason to wait longer because the benefits stop increasing. So those who held out until 70 didn't just delay a paycheck, They bought themselves a larger one for life. The second factor is your earnings history. Social Security isn't calculated on your best 5 years or your last 10 years. It's based on your highest 35 years of income, adjusted for inflation. That means every year you didn't work or earned significantly less than the taxable maximum can drag down your average. On the flip side, if you consistently hit or came close to the maximum taxable income year after year, your average will reflect that, and so will your benefit. For 2025, that ceiling is $171,600, and hitting it every year for decades is rare. It's a target most people don't even get close to, but those who do are the ones who set themselves up for the maximum benefit. And here's something many overlook. If you had lower earning years early on, working extra years at higher pay later in life can replace those weaker years in the calculation, nudging your benefit upward. The third piece of the puzzle is avoiding reductions. Even if your numbers put you in the max range on paper, several factors can chip away at your payment before it ever hits your account. Claiming early, even a few years before full retirement age, can lock in a permanent reduction. Drawing a pension from work that didn't contribute to Social Security can trigger the windfall elimination provision, which can slash your benefits significantly, and taking spousal or survivor benefits instead of your own can keep you under the maximum as well. Even Medicare premiums, if deducted directly from your check, can make your deposit look smaller, though the gross benefit might technically still be high. The reality is that fewer than 2% of retirees meet all these conditions at once. It's a small club, and getting in requires a combination of long-term planning, high and consistent earnings, and the discipline to delay gratification for years. It's not about gaming the system. It's about understanding the rules early enough to play the long game. If you're still in your earning years, you have more control than you think. Maximizing your income, extending your career, and planning your claim date carefully can have a compounding effect on your benefits. And if you're already retired, knowing these rules can still help. Because while you might not reach the absolute ceiling, you can take steps to ensure you're getting every dollar you've earned and not leaving money on the table. This isn't just about a number on a statement. It's about the choices you make over a lifetime. And those choices, once you understand them, can turn Social Security from a fixed check into a carefully built pillar of your financial future. Here's the hard truth that no one likes to hear. Most retirees will never see a Social Security check anywhere near the maximum. Not because the system is unfair, not because the government is hiding money, but because the rules were set up in a way that only a very small group can reach that peak. For everyone else, the gap between your benefit and that top number is the result of choices, circumstances, and work history that stretch back over decades. One of the biggest reasons people fall short is claiming too early. The temptation to start benefits at 62 is strong, especially if you've been waiting your whole working life to finally collect. But the cost of claiming before your full retirement age is steep. For someone whose FRA is 67, starting at 62 means a permanent cut of about 30%. That's not just a few dollars less, it's a lifetime reduction, and no future cost of living adjustments will ever close that gap. Once you lock in early, you lock in smaller checks forever. Another factor is your earnings record. Social Security is built on your highest 35 years of wages, and if those years include long stretches of part-time work, years with little to no reported income, or gaps entirely out of the workforce, your average will take a hit. Even if you earned well later in life, you can't match the lifetime numbers of someone who consistently hit the top taxable limit for decades. Those missing or low-income years pull down your average in a way that's hard to make up once you're already near retirement. Then there's the windfall elimination provision, or WEP. This rule catches a lot of people off guard, especially public sector workers or teachers who earned a pension from a job that didn't pay into Social Security. The WEP can cut your benefits sharply, even if you've worked other jobs that did pay into the system. For many, it's an unpleasant surprise they don't see coming until the checks are smaller than expected. Medicare deductions are another quiet drain on your payment. Even if you technically qualify for a higher gross benefit, the amount that actually lands in your bank account can be lower because premiums for Part B or Part D are taken out automatically. That means you could be in the upper tier of earners on paper, but still see a smaller deposit than someone else who pays those premiums separately. And finally, there's the misunderstanding about cost of living adjustments. Many people believe that if they just keep collecting, annual COLAs will eventually push them up toward the maximum. But COLAs are applied as a percentage of your current benefit. If your base is smaller, your increase will always be smaller too. You'll never catch up to someone whose starting amount was higher. The truth is, the Social Security system isn't designed for everyone to reach the top payout. It's designed to replace a percentage of your working income, with the highest payouts reserved for those who spent decades earning at or near the maximum taxable wage, delayed claiming as long as possible, and avoided reductions. For the vast majority, benefits fall somewhere along a wide spectrum, enough to provide a foundation, but not enough to rival the maximum checks you hear about in headlines. Understanding why you're not at that top number isn't about regret, it's about clarity. It allows you to make peace with the system you're in and focus on what you can control now. And for those still in their earning years, it's a wake-up call. The choices you make today will echo for decades, shaping the size of your check long after you've stopped working. The difference between a comfortable retirement and a tight one often comes down to decisions made long before the first deposit ever arrives. One of the most common questions I hear from retirees, right after, "Why is my check smaller than my neighbor's?" is, "Why do we get paid on different days?" It might feel random, but there's actually a clear system behind the Social Security payment schedule. Once you understand it, you'll never have to wonder when your money will arrive or panic if it doesn't show up exactly when you expect it. For most retirees, the payment date is tied directly to your birthday. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you'll receive your payment on the 2nd Wednesday of each month. For those with birthdays between the 11th and the 20th, the deposit comes on the 3rd Wednesday. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, you're on the 4th Wednesday. This staggered schedule isn't arbitrary. It helps the Social Security Administration spread out millions of payments over the month, easing the workload for both the SSA and the banks processing those deposits. But of course, there are exceptions that can make things a bit more complicated. If you've been receiving benefits since before May 1997, your payment date is likely the 3rd of the month, regardless of your birthday. If you receive supplemental security income, those payments typically arrive on the 1st of the month, unless that date falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, in which case the payment is sent the business day before. And for people who receive both SSI and Social Security, it's common to see 2 separate deposits each month. SSI at the start, Social Security in the middle. Knowing exactly when your payment will arrive is more than just a convenience. It can be a critical part of managing your finances. For seniors on a fixed income, the difference of even a few days can mean the difference between paying a bill on time or incurring a late fee. It can prevent overdraft charges, help you schedule automatic payments with confidence, and give you peace of mind that you won't have to dip into savings unnecessarily. It also means you can recognize the warning signs if something is wrong. If your deposit doesn't arrive on your expected date, you'll know immediately that there may be an issue, whether it's a bank account change that didn't get updated, an administrative error at the SSA, or in rare cases, a sign of identity theft. I've seen people wait weeks before reporting a missing payment because they assumed the schedule had shifted, only to find themselves buried in extra paperwork and long delays in getting their benefits restored. Acting quickly is key. If your payment is late, contact the SSA right away. In August 2025, here's how the dates fall. Those with birthdays from the 1st to the 10th will be paid on August 13th. Birthdays from the 11th to the 20th will be paid on August 20th. And birthdays from the 21st to the 31st will see their payment on August 27th. For anyone on the older, pre-1997 payment schedule, Your date will remain August 3rd. SSI-only recipients will be paid on August 1st, with adjustments if that date lands on a weekend or holiday. Marking these dates on your calendar every month might seem like a small habit, but it can save you from stress, missed bills, and unnecessary phone calls. It's about taking control of your financial rhythm and making sure your retirement income works for you, not the other way around. When you know the schedule, you hold one more piece of the puzzle that keeps your financial life steady, predictable, and secure. Maximizing your Social Security benefits isn't about tricks or loopholes. It's about knowing the rules inside and out, then using them to your advantage. Even if you're nowhere near the maximum possible check, there are still steps you can take to add meaningful dollars to your monthly income. These aren't quick fixes, but over the course of your retirement, small changes can add up to thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. One of the most straightforward ways to boost your benefit is to work longer. The Social Security formula is built on your highest 35 years of earnings, adjusted for inflation. If you have fewer than 35 years on your record, the missing years are counted as zeros, which drags your average down. By continuing to work, especially in a job that pays more than some of your earlier years, you can replace those low or zero years with higher earning ones, increasing your lifetime average and therefore your benefit. I once worked with a client who thought her benefit was set in stone when she left the workforce at 58. 3 years later, she returned to work at a higher salary, and that move permanently increased her monthly benefit by over $200, a raise she'll receive every month for the rest of her life. Another powerful lever is delaying your claim beyond your full retirement age. For each year you wait past FRA, your benefit grows by roughly 8%, all the way until you reach age 70. This isn't just about patience. It's about securing a larger, guaranteed income stream for life. And if you're married, that higher benefit can also mean a larger survivor benefit for your spouse, which could make a critical difference in their financial stability after you're gone. It's also essential to make sure your earnings record is accurate. Social Security relies on reports from your employers, and mistakes happen more often than people realize. A name spelled incorrectly, a Social Security number entered wrong, or wages reported under the wrong year can all reduce your benefit. I've seen retirees discover that one of their highest earning years was missing entirely from their record, and once corrected, their benefit increased noticeably. The SSA's online My Social Security account makes it easy to check your earnings history, and catching an error early is far simpler than trying to fix it years down the road. If you're still working while collecting benefits before your FRA, be aware of the earnings test. While it can temporarily reduce your monthly payments, the withheld amount isn't gone forever. It's recalculated back into your benefit once you reach full retirement age. Understanding how this works can help you plan your income so that you're not surprised or worried when those temporary reductions happen. Finally, if you're married, widowed, or divorced after a marriage that lasted at least 10 years, you may have access to spousal or survivor benefits. Coordinating these benefits with your own can be complex, but the payoff can be substantial. In some cases, delaying your own benefit while collecting a spousal or survivor benefit first can result in a larger overall lifetime payout. The key is to run the numbers and understand the timing before you make your claim. Social Security isn't a set-it-and-forget-it program. It's a system with moving parts, and every decision you make can ripple through your retirement years. By working longer, delaying strategically, keeping your records clean, and coordinating benefits wisely, you can take control of one of the most important income sources you'll ever have. This isn't just about getting a bigger check. It's about building the financial foundation that supports the life you want to live for the decades ahead. As we've walked through this Social Security update, one thing becomes crystal clear. The size of your check isn't about chance. It's the sum of years of work, decisions, and timing. Some people are seeing deposits of over $5,000 this month, while others receive far less, and the difference lies in the paths they've taken long before retirement. Those who delayed claiming until 70 earned consistently high wages over decades and avoided deductions have positioned themselves for the maximum. Most won't reach that level, but that doesn't mean your story is over. There are still moves you can make now, checking your earnings record, replacing low-income years, planning strategically with a spouse that can add stability and comfort to your retirement years. But beyond the numbers, there's a deeper truth here. Retirement isn't just about the size of your Social Security check. It's about peace of mind. It's knowing you've done what you can to secure your future and that you're not leaving money on the table. It's about being able to plan your months with confidence, pay your bills on time, and still have something left for the things that bring you joy. It's about the freedom that comes when you understand the system and take control of your own financial rhythm instead of letting uncertainty control you. The lesson we can take from this is simple but powerful. Preparation pays. Whether you're in your early 60s or well into retirement, every step you take to understand your benefits and make informed decisions can make a difference. Waiting a little longer to claim, double-checking your records, or simply knowing when your payments arrive can give you more security, and with it, more independence. In life, as in Social Security, the best results often come to those who are willing to plan ahead and be patient. So here's how you can apply this right now. If you haven't already, set up a My Social Security account and check your earnings record for mistakes. Mark your payment dates on a calendar so you're never caught off guard. Talk with your spouse or family about the best timing for benefits. And if you're still working, consider how a few more years of higher earnings could strengthen your financial future. It's not about chasing the maximum number, it's about making the most of what you have and what you can still build. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you had the choice, would you rather start collecting a smaller benefit earlier or wait and receive a larger benefit for life? Please share your answer in the comments so we can see how different people approach this decision. And if you found this video helpful, meaningful, or inspiring, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with your thoughts. We truly read them and take your feedback to heart. Here at Beyond 60 Wisdom, we want this to be a place where we can talk openly every day about the things that matter in this stage of life. Your support gives us the energy to create more quality videos just for you. Thank you, sincerely and warmly, for being here, for watching, and for sharing this time with us. You're the reason we do what we do, and we're grateful for every moment we get to spend together.